Hi, Link.
Hi.
You want to come over here?
Yeah.
Aiden, noisy. So I was going to record a video, but of course these guys burst inside the house. I keep trying to bribe them. Yep, please don't play with that, Aiden. I keep trying to bribe them to stay outside for 10 seconds. Doesn't work.
Because the bride
Doesn't work. They're always here. They're always here. They never leave. So yeah, this is my life. This is my life. Just this 24/7. I love my children. I love my children. I love my children. I love our children. I am trying not to be. I am trying to be acknowledging. I'm trying to acknowledge my privilege that my husband makes enough. Plus my dad's. Plus my dad. Plus my dad's.
Talk and talk.
Disability.
Yeah.
I mean, not disability. Social Security. That I get to stay home with these little bundles of joy. But it's a little hard sometimes. Are you gonna go back downstairs?
No, I'm staying up here.
Well, if I let you go, you're gonna start knocking everything off the shelves.
I won't.
Okay, what's my prize when you do? What's my prize when you do mess with all this stuff?
Get angry.
Get a what?
Angry.
Get angry, that's right. Okay, Aiden just decided to turn out the light. That's okay, we'll just use the selfie light. I know the angle is not great. I got this arm thing a while ago that has like clamps or whatever. I got it because I had a project where I was trying to draw a new Pokemon every day and I was trying to get something that could look over. However, it's dumb and broken. For some reason, only because it's not dark enough. It'll be dark tonight. We can do it tonight, okay? Yeah, only one of the clamps actually clamps. The other two, I guess, are broken or badly designed. So I have to have a camera at sort of a tilted angle because if it's forward at all, it'll just fall all the way. And I just, you know, I might have already run out of time to return it, or I just didn't feel like bothering because it's such a pain in the butt. That is one of the main problems with buying stuff online is returns are a huge pain. For one thing, you have to keep all the packaging and everything. So anyway, I love my children. I love my children. I'm trying to accept. I'm trying to be. Aiden, please. Aiden, please stop yelling.
Okay.
I'm trying to appreciate the privilege that I have of being able to stay home with my kids. You know, so many disadvantaged people in this country have to work 3 jobs just to afford childcare because for them childcare is incrementally more affordable than it is to try to stay home with them. But it's really not. And that's if they're going with bargain bin child watching where, you know, they basically just turn the TV on for the kids all day and it's like, I can do that at home. Please don't jump on the couch. Please. You have broken every other piece of furniture in this house. Please don't jump on that couch. Come on. It's a little futon that we got for free from a neighbor. They were getting rid of it and it folds down into a little bed. Not long enough for me or my husband, but like if his sister or mom ever comes to visit, they're pretty short, so it would work for them. I swear about half the furniture we have is actually stuff that people were giving away for free. And until these guys are in college, probably, there's no point in getting anything new because it's just going to get broken anyway. So I'm trying to appreciate the privilege, but it does get a little frustrating. I have no break from them. the 5-year-old actually is officially starting school on Tuesday. He had a half day on last Tuesday. Today's Thursday. And then he has another half day. No. What is that?
A finger.
It's a finger?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a syringe, but it doesn't have a sharp point. He's definitely found syringes with short points, or with sharp points before. Because my mom for a time was considered diabetic, and she had to get shots, and then she didn't have to anymore. I don't know.
You're good.
I am, of course, recording this in my dead mom's room. It turned it into a study. I want to build or get some shelves at some point and put them behind me and put all my like gaming paraphernalia and stuff behind me. Problem is that these little guys, like half my gaming stuff that I've collected over the years is already broken because these guys descend like a hurricane. Oh, that's bad taste. There's people literally dying to a hurricane. I apologize. Please stop voting Republican. Anyway, they come in and they break everything. So that's fun. I don't get to use this room really anyway because, like I said, I'm always watching the kids and I can't watch them from up here. Link is starting school. It is going to be 8 to 3, which is incredible to me, the thought of not having him around for 6 hours. I'm sure it will be an adjustment, but at the same time, it will be beautiful. I will still be blessed with the presence of my 3-year-old that whole time. But we're gonna try letting the TV babysit him for a couple hours a day. Yes, this is from a wooden thing that one of my friends, one of the only actual friends I would dare say, from San Diego gave us when we moved up here from when he was a kid. There's a wooden carved thing, and the pieces of it are just lost everywhere. I noticed you threw it down the stairs. That's why all your toys are broken, because you're always throwing them and breaking them. There's nothing over here for you. There's just cords. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to just stick him in front of Blippi for a few hours a day and try to get something done. And then once Link is home from school, say no more electronics, go play with your brother. And maybe absence will make the heart grow fonder and they'll actually be more inclined to play together. We'll see. Yeah. This is why I don't get, for anyone that was unaware, this is why I don't get to get anything done, because it never stops! Like even right now, just to record this, they are jumping on the couch and pulling things off the shelves and jumping up and down and screaming that the floor is lava. So after I finish recording this, I'm going to have to go clean all that up. And of course, we're getting into rainy weather again. So, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Please stop breaking that couch, Link. It doesn't go back that far. It's going to be difficult sending us. I'm going to turn the light back on because just staring into the selfie light is breaking my eyeballs. I'm blind. Although I notice in like the Japanese, music videos or whatever, they have like star patterns in their eyes, and I presume it's from selfie lights like this. Link, please stop breaking that couch. Please, it doesn't go back that far. Aiden, stop poking the TV. Aiden. I have a TV over there that I brought from upstairs, and the goal was to set it up as a gaming corner and like maybe even record videos with Link sometimes where we sit and play games together. Get it out of your mouth. No, it's not funny. You're gonna choke. No, don't be pulling stuff off that shelf. Hey, you can look. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. This is why I don't get anything done. Because it just never ends. Just never bleeping ends. Like I said, I was gonna just record like a normal vlog, and I was like, stay outside for half an hour and I'll give you cookies. Didn't work. No, you guys are up here. The whole deal was you guys need to stay out back. And you didn't. So no cookies. Now no, stay out of Grandpa's room. Are you going back downstairs? You go downstairs or come in here? 3, 2. You're going to go downstairs? Then come back over here.
I'm going to go downstairs.
Okay, great. I am recording this video on my new phone, and I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to see if I can actually get this video, this phone to connect to my computer. One of the main things with my old phone that I had for 3 years is that for some inexplicable reason, I could not ever get it to connect to my computer, you know, using a cord. I tried everything. I even had, you know, hacker type programmer friend, not ethical hackers, I think they call themselves. No, Grandpa's gonna start freaking out. Can you guys just watch Blippi for a few minutes, please? Aiden, can you watch Blippi? Literally only possible sometimes way of getting them to stop for 5 minutes. So yesterday I had a parent-teacher meeting with Link's new teacher to talk about, like, she asked questions like, you know, when he's angry, what does he do? And, you know, what are some of his favorite things and stuff, so that she can kind of tailor what goes on in the classroom a little bit to him. It seemed they only had him in there. It was in the classroom, so you can, you know, one-on-one conversations. But they had nameplates at all the spots, and it looked like they were about 20 or 30. So hopefully she has an assistant or two, because you can see how much trouble I'm having with the 2. So I don't know how you are supposed to keep 30 kids in line. It helps that having a classroom, you know, is mostly geared toward kindergartners, except that excuse me, having so I had to bring Aiden with me yesterday because I don't have a babysitter. I briefly had a babysitter who seemed great, but then she just kept flaking out, saying she would come over and then not coming over, so I just stopped contacting her because it was like, well, you've proven that you're a flake. Speaking of contacting people, I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, it's hard to maintain a thought while they're just downstairs chattering and breaking things. I had to take Aiden with me because I don't have a babysitter, and so the whole time I'm trying to talk to her, I brought the iPad. Link was, holy shit, that's loud. Link was occupied with an assistant where she was, I guess, doing a sort of assessment with him. I was talking to the teacher, so I don't know exactly what she did, but, you know, trying to figure out, like, how many letters he knew and stuff like that. But I had to take Aiden with me, and I brought the iPad, and of course he just didn't care. He totally ignored it, and instead was gravitating towards all the stuff in the classroom. For a little while, he got distracted by a little play kitchen, which kids are not supposed to play with except at certain times, so that wasn't great. But, you know, every couple allergies, every couple minutes I had to you know, say sorry, excuse me to the teacher, and go over and wander to Aiden and pull him back from, you know, whatever thing he was messing with, like her, you know, pencils and stuff like that. Speaking of pencils, at the end of the meeting, for some reason they gave Link a pencil with a little rubber eraser at the end, a little frog. And this pencil was wicked sharp. And they gave it to him as like a prize or whatever, so he's taking it home. And, you know, of course he's like waving it around like a sword, and I'm just like, haha. So I took it away, I put it in my purse. The whole drive home, both kids are like, can I have it? Can I have the pencil? Can I have the pencil? I'm just like, it's sharp. Let's wait till we get home. We get home. I had my purse sitting on a table while I was trying to do something with Link. Turn around, and Aiden had dumped my entire purse all over the floor to get that pencil. So I took the pencil and I you know, hit it against, arm flap. More on that in a minute. I banged it to make it not sharp anymore, as much as possible with a pencil, gave it to Link, so I only had a stub. And of course, both kids started crying because it wasn't sharp anymore. Why would you give a kid a sharp-ass pencil to play with? Like, anyway. So yeah, he starts school full-time on Tuesday. He's going to take the bus. I never got to take the bus as a kid because my parents always would fight to get me in the better schools, which always I had to walk to because we would live in the, you know, the better schools had their like private houses that were only really supposed to be the ones that used it, but somehow they would, you know, pull white privilege and get me into those schools, despite not being in those housing tracts. But so I always had to walk. And so I never got the experience of riding on a school bus, but a lot of the people that I talk to all have horror stories about riding the school bus. So maybe I dodged a bullet. I mean, I was brutally bullied as it was, but so we'll see how it goes. I mean, if Link were to start getting bullied, I can take him to school. Luckily, the school's really close. For a little while, he was supposed to go to a different school that was really far away. That was like 10 miles away, which is a lot for a school that they go to every day. But they managed to rebuild the school closest right at the end, right before the beginning. In fact, the school still is partially done. Like, they don't have a playground right now. They just have a blacktop, so they give them balls and big rings, as Link said, which took me a minute to figure out he meant hula hoops or whatever to play with. And then they claim that the playground's going to be done in 3 weeks. And the way the teacher explained it to me is it's going to be an obstacle course, which sounds awesome. Could be dangerous. Hopefully not. Because, yeah, the kids are always, you know, running around. When we go to the park, they're like running all over the place. Sometimes they play pretend, like Link will sit with one of the wheels and be like, like yelling at all the other kids in the classroom, like, all aboard! I am more worried that Link would end up a bully than be bullied, just because he has such a forceful personality and he's a little bit, you know, controlling. I try to have conversations with him, you know. I tell him, you know, if a kid has a toy that you want, you can ask them, may I please have that toy? If they say no, move on, find a different toy. But we'll see how that actually plays out. So, what else did I say I was going to talk about? I hear Dad screaming at Aiden downstairs, so I need to wrap this up and get down there. So October trip's still on. VidCon was canceled. Thanks, anti-vaxxers. There's a gaggle of them down the street in front of the Kaiser Permanente building the other day, a couple days ago. Just, you know, being old, white, and stupid. Just, my body, my choice. Fucking idiots. Can't go into that, or the trolls are going to report this video as medical disinformation and get it taken down, because there's literally nothing to stop trolls from just flooding the algorithms with false reports. Still going to the trip. We're just gonna be boring and like go to the beach and, you know, go to the shittier beaches so there won't be as many people. And then at some point have some little event out on the pier, releasing my mom's ashes into the ocean that she grew up next to. I'm nervous about her family, her brothers and sisters, because I don't know if they officially are, but they're very inclined to be Trumpers. One of them is an ex-parole officer, gun nut. Oh my God, he loves guns. The other ones, they're all just not very, I really, really doubt they'd ever watch this video. So I'll just be honest. They're kind of stupid. Or at least, maybe not stupid, but ignorant. They are very, you know, they're not inclined to learn things other than what Tucker Carlson tells them, you know. So I'm nervous about that because I'm sure they're not vaccinated or wearing masks or socially distancing or anything. So it'll be a challenge to keep my kids safe. Hopefully if we do any kind of, you know, wake kind of thing, we'll do it outside. But yeah, so the big thing about the trip is still figuring out what to do with my dog, who has insane separation anxiety. We, as a family, went to the Sprint store recently because my dad's phone completely stopped working. I was trying to replace it. And it was the first time we've all left the house for a long time. Usually my dad is always home because he has agoraphobia, and it's a struggle to get him out of the house because he always goes, oh, I don't feel good. It's like, you don't feel good because you're psychosomatic, because you're telling yourself, I don't want to go out, so you make yourself feel bad. He has been trying harder, though. He has been trying to, like, at least go to the park, which is a big accomplishment for him. Motivating himself to leave the house that much, I mean. So he is trying. But anyway, so the big thing is trying to figure out what to do with my separation anxiety dog. And I looked at Rover, the app, and looked at the offerings there. And then I did more research, and Rover claims that they have some protections, you know, both for the sitters and for the people that hire sitters. Turns out that's a bullshit lie. They don't. They are just like, you're on your own, figure it out yourself. So they're basically Craigslist. And there's one person that I talked to that seemed great, but we're talking about a house sitter for 2 weeks, because we also have cats that need feeding and everything like that. And she was texting me, so I was texting her back. So it was like a conversation, you know, about the animals or whatever. And she said, I have some references if you'd like them. And Rover has, you know, testimonials on their page, but it's just text. And there's really nothing to stop them from just having their friend claim that they hired them and write these testimonials. So, you know, as with all online reviews, basically useless. So she said, I have some references if you'd like to see them. So I said, yes, please. And then the next day, all of a sudden she texts me and says, I've thought about it, and, you know, while your feelings are valid, your concerns are valid, I feel like you're too suspicious, and the amount of, you know, responsibility you're putting on me is impossible to fulfill or whatever. Also, I'm overwhelmed by how much you're texting me. And it was like, you were texting me, so I was texting you back. It wasn't like I was like, blah, 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 blah. So she sent a message, and so my immediate reaction was, oh shit, I didn't mean to be that way, blah, blah, blah. But then the more I think about it, freaking out over that, because I want to see some real life references that she offered, rather than trust this person I've never met to watch my house unchaperoned for 2 weeks based off online text alone, is kind of crazy. So fuck her. Now there's other people still on Rover, but knowing that, you know, there's no protections, they could just fucking kill my animals and ransack everything, and there'd be nothing I could do about it, makes me extremely nervous. I do have one of you guys that, offered to drive out here and watch the house for 2 weeks, and, is a DoorDash driver. That's his main employment. So, you know, he could just not do that for 2 weeks. And he says that he understands that the job is to never leave my house, basically, because the dog freaks the fuck out. But I still want to have at least one other person backed up, just in case something happens where he can't come. Also, you know, have someone that can relieve him if he has to leave the house. I don't have any friends up here. I have some people that I, you know, have good conversations with and stuff, but not that I would feel that I could impose upon to watch the house, especially the whole having to stay with the dog 24/7 thing. So maybe he comes and I hire someone from Rover, and, you know, he can like keep an eye on the Rover person and vice versa. But again, if he can't come, that means that I'm leaving this Rover person alone, and who the fuck knows if they're gonna destroy my house or not. So yeah, a lot of anxiety about that. That dog is so frustrating because he seems chill, you know, like he spends most of his time, you know, he's 6 years old now, and he spends most of his time just sleeping. He follows you around a lot, and he has this thing where he'll always go to the doors if he has to go to the bathroom, but 9 times out of 10 he just walks out and immediately turns and walks back in. It's like he likes the attention or something. So I don't know. That's just stressing me the fuck out. And I couldn't take him on the train even if I wanted to down to San Diego. And if I did bring him, you know, I'd be stuck at home watching him, just like I'd be stuck at home watching him up here. So I don't know. Hopefully the guy that said he could come can come, and hopefully I can find somebody else that I at least somewhat trust to come out. I don't know. Everything is fucked. But yeah, so we're gonna go through that. Yeah. I also, what else have I been concerned with? So as far as the future of Topless Topics goes, I'm still caught in a rock and a hard place. I have so many ideas, and, you know, I'm even just doing clothed videos and putting them up here, with the exception, you know, with the understanding, as I said, there's literally nothing to stop haters from just flooding it with false reports. And because YouTube has taken other videos of mine down already, you know, they're just going to do it again without a second thought. For instance, the video they took out as medical disinformation because I was saying, hey, please get vaccinated so we can end the pandemic. They fucking banned it as medical disinformation because it doesn't fucking matter. Trolls can just report it and down it goes. Fuck YouTube. Yeah. But anyway, you know, those guys, and trying to schedule stuff. I am really hesitant to try to schedule video recordings with anybody, especially, you know, professional people that have shown an interest in it, like, you know, sex therapists and stuff like that, because those guys are always making noise and I have to stop all the time to take care of them. And it's just like, it's very unprofessional to try to be recording a video with someone and be like, hold on, I gotta go change a poopy diaper. Hold on, I gotta go stop him from kicking the dog or whatever. So all that remains on the someday maybe list. I had initially been planning to use some of my dead mom's life insurance to put Aiden in daycare while Link was at school, but the whole, you know, COVID rates going through the roof, as bad if not worse in the red states than ever before, kind of makes me not want to put him in daycare unless I really had to, because the kids remain defenseless. Hi CDC, could you hurry the fuck up with approving some vaccines for our under 12 kids, because school is starting and they're completely defenseless. You fucking... I've read numerous articles in, you know, like Washington Post and New York Times and stuff like that, not like fucking Breitbart, where you know, even virologists are expressing frustration that CDC is taking so long to, well, CDC and FDA are taking so long to approve vaccines for under 12 because they're just going through this like extra rigorous process. And, you know, you always have to weigh the benefit versus the flaw. Like, yeah, you know, if there's you know, bad reactions to the vaccine, that's going to be awful. But guess what else is awful? Dying of COVID. So yeah, possibly by the end of October, which is when our trip is, Link might be able to get vaccinated, but Aiden definitely won't. So at least that's one more person. You know, the worry of strains, like, again, oh, fuck it. If this video gets taken down for medical disinformation, it gets taken down. So whatever. Delta already, the big thing about Delta is that even people that have been vaccinated are carrying it with an alarming degree. Not dying, which I guess, you know, because I said, fuck it, if this video gets banned, it gets banned. It is infuriating, these fucking anti-vaxxers who, among their many terrible arguments, are like, well, it's not completely stopping people from getting infected, therefore why get vaccinated at all? Is literally saying, you know, it's equivalent to saying, like, well, a bulletproof vest can't protect every part of my body, so why wear one at all? And I mean, the vaccine's more effective at protecting you from COVID than a bulletproof vest is at protecting you from bullets, because you still got all those other areas, whereas as COVID vaccines are, what, like 97% effective at stopping hospitalizations, even with Delta. But these stupid motherfucking anti-vaxxers are literally so stupid that to them, some people still get sick is the same as not even bothering getting the vaccine at all. If that's your attitude, what can I say to you? You're a fucking moron! Stop killing kids with your stupidity. Yeah. A little frustrated, a little on edge. As always, the frustration of the last 5 years remains that I have all these things that I want to do, all these ideas that I have, but I can't do any of it because I'm always watching the kids, who are always, like, again, they're downstairs watching Blippi right now, and it's a matter of time before one of them gets bored and wanders around and starts breaking things again. Aiden is obsessed with Blippi. Link was for a couple of years. Now he's kind of getting over it. Now Aiden's obsessed with Blippi. What's funny is my husband used to be so anti-Blippi. Like, if it was playing in a room, he would leave the room. Now he's kind of, you know, getting close to the same level of desperation that I am, where we don't love it, but we can tune it out. If it keeps Aiden occupied for 5 minutes. Trying to be aware of my privilege. I'm trying real hard. Trying to just be like, I'm so lucky to be home with my kids 24/7. And of course, I only have the two. I'm not I have a husband and a dad who can't really do anything, but at least he, you know, once the kids are in bed, him being in the house means that I can, like, occasionally go, you know, well, back when we were starting to end COVID, before it, you know, exploded again, go out to the gaming bar with Matthew for a couple hours at night. Now, you know, obviously that's not safe anymore. Yeah, I'm aware of what a selfish, stupid bitch I sound like. Let's just put it that way. Not really a point to this video. Very distracted and frustrated and just. But it's a blog. It's a vlog. I never promised this was a good, informative video. And we'll see what the dog babysitting situation is. I will continue. I've asked the people that I do know to think about if they have anyone that they can recommend that I could hire to dog sit. And like I said, hopefully the one of you guys that said that you would do it is able to come out and do it. Because if they don't, we're fucked. And I had the thought of putting him in a kennel also. Couple props with that. One, kennels are very expensive. Two, I would still need someone to take care of the cats, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the salamanders. I was hoping maybe I could find someone who has their own salamanders or whatever that I could, you know, pay to take care of them, because they are prima donnas who need chopped up food to be hand fed to them because they refuse to eat, you know, flies or anything. The other concern with a kennel is that I remain nervous that Fenris, for the most part, he's good around other dogs, except when other dogs are very intense and are like jumping on him and stuff. Then he turns around and snarls at them. When they try to stick their penises up his butt, he will nip at them. And unfortunately, there's a lot of dog parents out there who think that their dog can do no wrong. So, you know, if their dog is trying to, again, stick their penis up my dog's butt, and my dog turns around and bites their dog, clearly my dog is in the wrong for defending himself against getting raped. And so I'm just nervous that, you know, I put him in a kennel and they say like, oh, there was a fight, you need to come get your dog. And I'm like, I'm 1,000 miles away. What the fuck can I do? Plus they're expensive. So, all right, I gotta go down, save Dad for Aiden. We will see if I can get this video to transfer to the computer. If not, I'm gonna have to upload it from my phone, which for some reason always takes forever. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, and I made the decision to not log into Twitter on my phone. Maybe that will finally force me to stop wasting so much time on Twitter, because it's a horrible cesspool full of divisive morons, and it's not good. It's a waste of time, and it's not good for my mental health to be going into the trenches with so many fucking morons that are pro-COVID, pro-kids dying of COVID, which is what you are. If you're anti-vax, anti-mask, you're pro-kids dying of COVID, and you can lie to yourself all you want, but you're the reason that the pandemic is worse than ever. You know, if you really want to be anti-mask, anti-vax, great. Don't leave your house. They're like, oh, if it works, then why are you worried? Not even. You're a fucking idiot. Stop killing kids with COVID. Yeah, that's about it. Bye.